Alright, what's up, everybody? We're back with another edition of Everyday Hoops. Hope you guys are having a good one. Today's video. Last night, we got the most random 50-point game in NBA history. It was actually crazy to see that and watch it, and we're going to talk about it here in today's video. Thank you guys for the views on the videos and the shorts recently. I really appreciate it. If you do like the content around here, consider subscribing, like, turn notifications, do all stuff like that. I'd really appreciate it. Really helps out a lot. Join the membership. If you want to learn more about the membership, there's a video on my channel explaining it. You can go back and watch that. Links to my Twitter, TikTok, stuff like that in the description down below. And yeah, don't waste any more of your time. Let's get right into it. So last night, at this point in the NBA season, we're not watching every game or every team, really. Unless it's close. But there's mainly a couple games I really wanted to focus on and watch. Orlando and New Orleans was one of them. Cleveland and Phoenix was one of them. Even Indiana, Brooklyn a little bit. Even OKC, Boston. Even though Shea did not play in this, or J Dub, we're not playing this game. A couple games that you really watch, and other games are like, all right, if it's close, yeah, but we don't really care about like Detroit, Atlanta, Portland, Charlotte, Memphis, Milwaukee. Even though that turned out to be a good game. Toronto, Minnesota. It's like, okay, like one of those teams is either one of those teams is good, one of those teams sucks, or both of those teams suck. So it's like they don't really matter at this point of the season. But something happened in this Detroit Atlanta game that made us watch it, and that was Malachi Flynn for the Detroit Pistons just decided to be the best player in the world today, as he finished with 50 points off the bench for the Pistons. Malachi Flynn. I want to bet that some of you people watching this video probably don't even know who Malachi Flynn really is. But Malachi Flynn dropped 50 points last night on the Atlanta Hawks. He also had 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals. He shot 18 for 25 from the field, 5 for 9 from 3, 9 for 12 from the free throw line. He was electric. The Pistons ended up losing this game still to the Hawks, 121 to 113. But just insane. I was watching him. He came in the game early, and I'll be honest, most of this game I was scoreboard watching because, again, there's other games going on like OKC Boston and other games I was like more interested in than this Piston game. But I was scoreboard watching, and Malachi Flynn was going off early. He had like 12 early, 14. He had 8 in the first quarter. He had 9 in the second quarter. He had 17 in the first half. And I was like, all right, Malachi Flynn looks, pretty decent. Okay, Malachi, do your thing. You know what I mean? And then we get to the third quarter, and he's still going. He puts up 14 points and shoots 5 for 5 from the field in the third quarter. And I'm watching scoreboard watching, and I'm keeping up. I'm like, dang, he had 31 points going in the fourth. I was like, whoa, Malachi Flynn dropped 30 tonight. Like, dang, that's crazy. You know what I mean? And then we get to the fourth quarter, and he just keeps it going. He's hitting so many big shots, getting to the rim, hitting threes, and it's like, bro, what the heck is going on? He gets to 40 or 41. I think he had a shot to get to 41, and I was like, whoa. Like, Malachi Flynn dropping 40? Jeez, this is insane. And then he just kept going and going. And it was it was a close game, too. I checked in, I think, when he had about 43 points or 45 points late in the game. And I was like, okay, I'm watching the end of this game because it's also a close one. And also, I want to see if Malachi Flynn gets to 50. He keeps shooting the ball. He comes up and hits a pull-up three to get to 48. And I'm like, bro, no way Malachi Flynn's going to get 50, right, in this game. Then, actually, after he hits the three, they inbound the ball, and he actually gets a steal and gets to the layup. But I think he got fouled or something, and he missed the layup. And I was like, oh, that was his chance right there. But then they come down the court. They trap DeJounte Murray, get a steal. Malachi Flynn leaks out. They give it to him. He gets a layup for 50. And I'm like, bro, no way. Malachi Flynn just got 50 points in a game. Yeah, he got 50 in a game, which is crazy because you look at his averages. For his career, he averages 5 points per game. And he dropped 50 because that's the NBA for you. You know what I mean? Before this, his career high was 27. He did in a game back. Actually, I just saw right here. In his rookie year, the game against the Indiana Pacers with the Raptors, he dropped 27 points. He shot 8 for 22. He had 4 rebounds, 5 assists. This was one of the last games of the season. This is mid-May 2021 season, and yeah, they lost this game as well. Yeah, and then he drops 50 because why not? You know what I mean, before this, his season high was 14. Before this game, his season high was 14. Before this game, and he drops 50 because why not? But Malachi Flynn actually is a really solid player. He came out, he played at San Diego State to start his career, where he had You know, he was solid. Played 2 years there. He was really good. Then he played in San Diego State in 2020, where he averaged 17, 4, and 5. I actually really liked him at San Diego or Washington State. He was a 29th overall pick back in 2020, and actually had some moments. Started his rookie year with the Raptors. He had some moments. He averaged 7.5 points, 3 assists. He had some things, but in his last 2 years, he just didn't really get to play as much. He didn't really get to really get a chance really to get himself going. Then this year, he played 31 games with Toronto. Then he was involved in the OG Anunoby trade. He played 14 games with the Knicks, and then he was involved in the Bojan Bogdanovic Alec Burks trade, and he got to the Pistons. And so far with the Pistons, in 18 games, he's averaging 8 points, 2 rebounds. He's shooting 48% from the field, 38% from three. He's been the backup point guard. He's been a lot more aggressive as well. We've seen he's kind of getting a lot more opportunity because it's the Detroit Pistons, and also Cade Cunningham didn't play last night, so that opened up a whole lot of opportunity. But yeah, I think I saw he said he's the person with the worst career average to score 50. Again, he averages 5 points per game for his career, and he scored 50 points. And I was rewatching this morning before this video, rewatching the 50-point game, watching all the shots and stuff. And honestly, it was kind of easy. Like, it wasn't like he was really forcing himself. You know, it wasn't like he was just like ISOing every play, like give me the ball, take 7 dribbles and shoot a step back jump or anything. Like he was getting it in the flow of the offense. Like pick and roll, coming down. They weren't guarding the mid range. All right, pull it mid range. Now they're putting up too high. All right, I'm gonna drive, get an easy layup. I'm gonna break down my defender, get a layup. You know, they're leaving me open for 3. I'm gonna knock it down. You know, they give me a floater, I'm gonna take it. Like he was taking what the defense gave him, and the Hawks defense gives you a lot because their defense sucks. Their defense sucks. But Malachi Flynn was coming in, and he was getting like easy ones. He was getting to the free throw line as well. He was being really aggressive, too, because the starters in this game for Detroit were not good. So Malachi Flynn was just being aggressive, and he was feeling it that day as well. He was taking easy shots. He was making easy shots, and he ends up with 50 points. And now maybe this could be something for, give him confidence. Obviously, I mean, you score 50 points in a game, you definitely have confidence. You know what I mean? Maybe for the rest of the season, he kind of shows out. Because I'm looking at his contract situation, he's going to be a restricted free agent after this season. You know, he didn't get a contract extension with Toronto or anything like that. So he'll be a restricted free agent after this year. And maybe that money goes up a little bit because he dropped 50. And maybe if he has a really good end to the season, then, something happens in the future where maybe not the Pistons, but someone, believes in him, gives him a chance to be a backup point guard somewhere. Because I do feel like Malachi Flynn does have game, definitely. Especially, again, watching him at Washington State. And his first couple years at Toronto, he has game. He just hasn't really been able to show it a whole lot. And then he showed it last night with 50 points. It's still crazy. Malachi Flynn dropped 50 points in a game. That's crazy. But we also got a lot of more performances. And honestly, originally, before Malachi Flynn dropped 50, the video today was going to be just looking around at some of the kind of amazing performances from players you don't really know type of video. Because we're at the point of the season now where all the bench, like the teams that are going to be in the lottery, are just playing random guys, So I was gonna make a video talking about because there's a couple performances last night that was like, whoa, that's interesting. Like of course Malachi took it to the extreme with 50, but also in this game it kind of overshadowed it. But Jalen Johnson had a triple double. Jalen Johnson had 28, 14, and 11 on 10 for 14. He was amazing. He also had 4 steals. He was amazing in this game. I love Jalen Johnson. He's been so good. He had a triple double last night, but no one's gonna talk about it because some dude dropped 50 in the game. You know what I mean? But Jalen Johnson had a really nice night as well. Looking around at some other performances from other guys for the Blazers, Jabari Walker had a 22 rebound game with 14 points. They also beat the Hornets, so that's cool. And Grant Williams also had 11 assists in this game. He had 5, 7, and 11 as a starting center, which that's interesting. Looking around at some other ones. For the Brooklyn Nets, Noah Clowney, their late first-round pick, 22 and 10. Shot 7 for 9, 3 for 4 from 3. A rookie from Alabama that I really like. He had a really, really good game last night, too. You like to see that. The Bucks also lost to the Grizzlies. I'm probably going to make a short about that, but the Bucks lost to the Grizzlies. Luka Garza dropped 16 and 7 for 10 shooting, and now he has a standard contract with the Minnesota Timberwolves. Shout out to Luka Garza, college basketball Iowa legend. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But Malachi Flynn. Shout out to Malachi Flynn. What a insane game he had. A career night. A night he won't never forget. And we'll see what happens for the rest of the season for him. But yeah, it's going to be it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, if you enjoyed the content around here, consider subscribing, like, turn notifications, do all stuff like that. I'd really appreciate it. Really helps out a lot. Join the membership. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.